Emily's plan was to gather all the villagers who had been treated unfairly by the king and form a coalition to stand up against him. She knew it wouldn't be easy, but she was determined to fight for her rights and those of her children. Emily spent the next few days traveling from village to village, gathering support from the poor and marginalized. She met with farmers who had been forced to give up their land, traders who had been unfairly taxed, and artisans who had been denied access to the palace. As Emily traveled, her message of resistance and hope spread like wildfire. More and more people began to join her cause, and soon she had a large and determined group of followers. Finally, the day arrived when Emily and her coalition were ready to confront the king. They marched to the palace, demanding justice and fairness. The king, who had grown complacent in his power, was taken aback by the sudden show of defiance. "Who do you think you are?" he thundered, looking out at the sea of faces. "I am the king, and I will not be challenged." But Emily stood tall, her voice ringing out across the courtyard. "We are the people," she said. "And we will no longer be treated unfairly. We demand justice, and we demand it now." The king sneered, but Emily could see the faintest glimmer of fear in his eyes. He knew that he was facing something new and powerful, something that he couldn't simply crush with his authority. And so, the king did the only thing he could think of. He called for his guards to arrest Emily and throw her in prison. But Emily was ready for him. She had anticipated this move, and she had a plan. As the guards moved to seize her, she pulled out a small pouch of documents from her cloak. "These are the deeds to the land that you have taken from us," she said, holding out the papers. "And this is the proof of your corruption and abuse of power." The king's eyes widened as he realized what Emily had done. She had gathered evidence of his wrongdoing, and she had the support of the people. He knew that he was beaten. And so, the king did something that no one expected. He surrendered. He agreed to return the land to its rightful owners, and he promised to rule with fairness and justice from that day forward. Emily had won. She had stood up to the powerful king and had emerged victorious. And as she walked out of the palace, her head held high, she knew that she had truly earned her place as a leader and a hero. But little did Emily know, her victory was only the beginning. There were still many challenges ahead, and she would need all her strength and courage to face them. Please subscribe to our channel and page for more interesting videos like this.